damn it, don't some people just make you want to lose your mind? If you've ever been in a situation where people are constantly testing the fence like velociraptors, testing your last bit of patience, and instead of blowing up at them, you go home to your family home or you go around to your friend's house and you end up having all this pent-up anger and frustration, and boom, it goes out at the people that you love the most. Does that sound familiar? I've gone through these kinds of situations so frequently. I think the first time that I ever remember being bullied, I must have been about 3 or 3.5 or something like this. I still remember the entire scenario vividly. And it's continued all the way through my life, even though I've been a big guy, even though I've done martial arts, even though I've done all these different kinds of training, because I want people to like me, we deep down want to have that connection with people. Instead of telling a person that they're a pain in the ass to their face and putting the kibosh on it there, you kind of, joke it off and you try and make light of the situation, and they get away with it every single time. And this pattern can repeat over and over and over again. And it's so funny because even in my lectures, I tell people, don't get rid of the bully. The bully is a sacred fool. The bully is there to teach you to own your shit. The bully is there to teach you to rise up, have confidence, grow a backbone, and say, no, this is where the line is, and I do not want you to step over it. And every single person on this planet has that right, has that ability, has that capacity. Obviously, there are going to be a few exceptions to the rule, but it is an exception. It is not the rule. So we always have that capacity to let a person know when they're stepping over the line. But seldom do we do it. And it probably comes from some kind of conditioning when we're growing up, from people that we hold as authorities, our parents, our friends, family friends, these different kinds of people that look after us. So we never really learn to step up and speak up for ourselves in a positive kind of light. There is no need to go into violence. In fact, I think that violence is what happens when we allow our emotions to bubble over, just like what's happening to me now. The whole physiology of your body changes, your whole mindset changes, and you're on the warpath. And that's unfair, not only for you, but also for the other person who's going to eventually hit your emotions or bear the brunt of it. So as long as that's being projected in the correct manner, in the correct way, we always need a little bit of a help. So it is divine if we're able to take the time to process our fears and process why it's important that we tell this person that they're stepping over the mark, or that this person's hurting us, or that we do not like what this person's doing. So the two processes that I use is firstly getting to the bottom of what fear is controlling my behavior. Am I afraid of losing this person as a friend? Am I afraid of looking awkward or embarrassed in a social situation? Am I afraid to challenge this authority? Am I afraid to lose support? Am I afraid that people might think that I'm crazy, or they don't understand where I'm coming from, to be misunderstood, to be ousted, to be on the outside socially of our support groups and our family and our social circles? There's so many complications and there's so many fears which can be holding us back. But if you take the time and you process your triggers, you process the fears, and you process and you find out exactly why it is so important that you tell that person not to step over that line and ever again, ever again. Just how important that is for your life, so you can live a life of inspiration rather than quiet desperation. So I'm going to be putting some more videos out on this channel. Ascend the Brave. The reason why I call it Ascend the Brave is because we need courage and bravery to be our true authentic selves, and to be able to turn the tides of what we're seeing in a negative manner in society. It all comes back to us. I don't blame the other person, I blame myself. So keep your eyes peeled for the next few videos, because they're going to be doozies. And in the meantime, if you do feel like you're being taken advantage, just know that you're not alone, and start doing some research. Start seeking the answers to what is going to help you get to that next level and get you out of this cycle, because it is a cycle. And if you don't knock it on the head immediately, it's going to continue and can continue indefinitely. So hopefully you resonate with that video. Keep your eyes peeled for a few more. Cheers. Testing. Testing.